Latest from #Barnes & Co. Hillary says let's do this. It's day 2 of Trumpetfest 2016, and Donald Trump has gone from presumptive nominee to actual Republican nominee for president. Here's everything you need to know about what's happening now: as Trump officially clinched the Republican nomination for president, Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton was ready. It was New York State that put Trump over the vote threshold he needed. Donald Trump Jr., alongside siblings Ivanka, Eric and Tiffany, made the announcement that the state threw 89 votes on his father's total. The official process had started shortly after 6 p.m. when the presiding officer began calling a roll, asking each state how many delegates they are pledging to what candidates. It's often the favorite part for political convention geeks. There were all manner of ceremonial machinations, like the sometimes cheesy introductions state delegates delivered. The representative from American Samoa, for example, before announcing its 9 delegates for Trump, noted that Samoa is the greatest exporter of players to the National Football League, and it is also ceremonial to allow the presumptive nominee's home state to put the candidate over the top. USA Today's David Jackson has more on the big moment here. The executive director of the National Rifle Association's lobbying arm delivered a clear message: if Hillary Clinton is elected, kiss your guns goodbye. Chris Cox said the Supreme Court pickup for grabs means the right to bear arms could be in jeopardy. Friends, that question is on the ballot in November, he said. Cox touted the lifelong NRA membership of Donald Trump and Sons Eric and Donald, and said the NRA and its 5 million members would do everything they could to help elect Trump. Slated for prime-time slots are 2 of Trump's former opponents for the GOP, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson. But some of the more humanizing moments will no doubt come from Trump's children, who will deliver remarks about their father. Tiffany Trump graduated from the University of Pennsylvania this year and is a fashion model, singer, and influential presence on social media, according to her official bio. Ultimate Tiffany explainer here. Donald Trump Jr., his executive vice president of the Trump Organization. He suggested earlier Tuesday that he may be a little nervous. Sent Ron Johnson, Wisconsin, a prime-time speaker Tuesday and one of the most vulnerable senators up for re-election this fall, is walking the same tightrope as a number of his fellow Republicans have chosen, pledging to support Trump but not necessarily endorse him. I sat down with him a few hours ago and tried to ask what the difference is. More than once. Don't worry about the words, he asserted. Here's the clip. For the whole video, it's on our Facebook page here. He seems to have a good sense of humor about his father's hair. It started with a For the Record Books tweet from former GOP presidential candidate and Senator Bob Dole. We may be officially jumping the shark today here in Cleveland as Melania's Speechgate fallout is forcing Republicans into verbal pretzels to explain why portions of the prospective First Lady's speech mimicked word for word those of Michelle Obama's convention speech in 2008. Sean Spicer, communications director at the Republican National Committee, actually quoted sparkled from My Little Pony in an explanation on CNN. Melania Trump said, "The strength of your dreams and willingness to work for them." Twilight sparkled from My Little Pony said, "This is your dream. Anything you can do in your dreams you can do now," Spicer said, adding that the inspirational phrases in Melania Trump's speech have been used by many people, including John Legend and Kid Rock. He said the portions that mirrored the First Lady's remarks comprised only 70 words in 3 passages in a 2,000-word address. "It's sad that we'd taken this amazing moment with the world introduction of Melania Trump and gone through and allowed the Hillary Clinton campaign to say, hey, we googled a bunch of phrases and matched it up to 3 things," Mrs. Obama said. "Well, the media and Twitter don't seem to want to let it go anytime soon." And John Legend delivered an epic response, quoting Taylor Swift: "An employee at the Department of Justice took to the agency's official Twitter account to share thoughts on Melania's speech, and they were dutifully captured before being deleted." The Huffington Post's Ryan J. Riley reports the agency's response. One day after Omarosa Manigault announced the Trump campaign had tagged her as the new director of outreach to the African American community, film director Spike Lee unleashed an insanely cutting diatribe against her on Instagram. "Who's next? Stephen Fetchit? Aunt Jamila? Uncle Ben?" he wrote alongside the photo of her with a clown nose. She replied in a now-deleted tweet accusing him of using divisive terms and taking a cheap shot. USA Today's Chaliza M.